Hi guys, Shane here. Obviously not my real name. Look, I know we've all been having a hard time. I'm hardly sleeping at all at the moment. I think you can all appreciate that as well. I probably have a couple of hours at the most, and I need to get up and check the latest what's happening for each rabbit hole. Guys, I just wanted to make sure you are ready because we're getting closer to the apocalypse. And I believe that doom is around the corner at any moment. And so we need to be ready. Now, I have talked about prepping, but I think it's really important that you're ready to go bush. Now, down under here in Australia, we're ready to go bush at any moment. So what do you need to be ready? I mean, obviously you need a prepper bag. That's really important, but there's other stuff you can do to prepare as well. Now, one of the things that I would highly, highly recommend is learning how to forage. And that just basically means learning how to survive in the bush, off the land, and how to know what to pick to eat, what's not poisonous, what's poisonous, what will help you survive the long term in a very unfriendly place generally. The Australian bush is kind of severe if you aren't trained from being a child onwards. So like our beautiful native Aboriginals know how to survive, but we're left wanting. We don't know. So this is why really important that you start learning how to forage and learning survival skills. So I just wanted to share you a couple really, really good books that I got in preparation that I'm learning. So one of them is the Wild Food Plants of Australia. Now, this is highly, highly good material. I did a lot of research to find the best one out there for Australian bush. This is particular for the Australian bush. All right, so it's going to have a coloured, it's really important that you have coloured pictures because you're going to be out there in the bush forgetting everything you've learned because naturally under stress. And so you're going to want to know which berry you can eat. And if you don't have coloured pictures, it's going to be real hard with black and white or even no pictures. How are you going to know? So definitely buy this book if you can. Learn about some of the stuff in it. Now, you've probably all heard of the poison test. If you're not sure about a berry, just pop a tiny bit on your lip, wait 5 minutes. If there's no reaction, great. Stage 2, then you can put a little bit on your tongue. Berry, wait, no reaction. Stage 3, put it in your mouth for a little bit, wait 5 minutes, no reaction. Stage 4, you may swallow just a little bit, wait 5 minutes. So you can see the process there. It's a little gentle test, taste, wait. All right, good. Okay, so we've all got a plan A, but do you have a plan B, plan C, plan D, plan E, plan on? Okay, we need to have plans for every single potential rabbit hole scenario that could be the outcome. We don't know, right? All right, so the other book that I would highly recommend, this comes highly recommended, this is one I've gone and researched and asked about, and this is called The Ultimate Guide to Wilderness Living. Now, this is specific to Australia as well, but this will give you all of the information, things like water, how to get water, shelter, how to set up shelter, food, the priority order, how to survive in emergencies. Like obviously it becomes tenfold more important walking through the bush that you don't accidentally twist your ankle because you're in big trouble if you twist your ankle in the bush and no one's there to help you, aren't you? It's not like here in our suburban world where you can just twist your ankle and call an ambulance. You've got to be super careful when you're out there. Any little thing can be a massive, massive problem all of a sudden. All right, so this is why it's good to have these kind of guides to begin to learn. All right, secondly, knot skills. Now that's going to be mentioned in a lot of these guides, but I just wanted to kind of brag a little bit about my latest knot. I'm so proud of myself. This is it. Now you can kind of see, oh, my camera's not doing it justice, hey. Oh, damn. Sorry, guys. But no, wait, there. Oh, there. Oh, there. How nice is that? I did that. So that took some skills. I looked at a lot of notes in this book that I've got, and I learned how to do that. Now, that's not necessarily going to help you survive. I do understand that. I just wanted to show that off. But it is a good cat toy. All right, so that was a diversion. So I lost the point. I am tired, like I mentioned. I haven't had a lot of sleep, so sorry about that. I'll stay focused, stay focused. All right, so setting up a shelter. Now, I would highly recommend you get one of these. How cool is that? Now, that's the bag, obviously, but inside, this is cool, is a poncho that turns into a shelter. No kidding. I kid you not, guys. So this is like 3 by 3 meters or something ridiculously huge. It's got a hole and you can put it around your, your head for a poncho, but also it's got little eyelets. You can put rope and tie it up, this big flat thing across a tree or whatever, and you've got a survival shelter. It's really awesome. So, guys, I really highly recommend that. This one is made in China. I'm not sure where you get it from. Just Google it. I think I got it off eBay. All right. So the other thing that we can do at the moment as well is obviously we're going to have to let go of all of our material possessions. We have to learn to live simply. And so it's a good idea now, while you can, to sell it all off, to sell off all the stuff that makes no sense anymore in your life of survival. And, little things like that. Well, that plant up there, that's a fake plant from IKEA. And I'm going to sell that because it's not useful anymore, this sort of stuff. All right. So sell off your stuff, live simply, be ready to go, grab your bag on the road into the bush. You can do that. All right. Make sure you're turning off your location services so you are safe from being tracked. All right. Now, I don't need to go into that. That's another explanation video. Now, we are training our bodies to eat less. We must eat less. We have to survive in the wilderness. So I'm thinking 1 meal a day at the most. So, guys, I would highly recommend, if you can, look into Breatharianism or sun gazing, I believe it is. And I think you start off with like just a few minutes when the sun's first rising, you just gaze straight into it and you get fed. Something like that. And then you can move on to a few more minutes each day till you're up to about 45 minutes. And I believe eventually you don't need to eat anything. So that would be ideal in the wilderness, is not having to eat. And that would take out one of the 3 factors of surviving. Just need shelter and water after that, I think. I don't know if you can get away with not drinking water. Not sure. That might be another thing breatharians can do. I think the yogis used to do that. Not sure. All right. So I hope that I've informed you a little bit of how to survive. Get ready, guys. At any moment now, we're going to have to drop and roll. All right. Well, take care. And remember, being truthful is our sovereignty. All right. See ya.